Set in 1890s colonial Malacca in Malaysia, The Ghost Bride, which is a next Netflix series airing on Thursday, shines light on Peranakan cultures, myths, and superstitions. So when a Peranakan person pass away in the family, they actually do adhere to some Chinese customs to show their filial piety. So the types of rites that they go through is actually based on the seniority or the position that his or her was in, or also depending on the status of the deceased as well. So it could range from putting clothes and shoes so that they have clothes for the afterlife in the coffin. Also dressing their, bathing the body and dressing them up, putting a pearl in the mouth and covering their face with a white cloth with the pearl sewn on top of the cloth as well. Also, if the body is being prepared for cremation, then they'll be filling it full, the coffin actually full with sandalwood for cremation as well. So the funeral wake can last for between 3 to 7 days. During this whole time, the family will actually ensure that the incense offerings will not burn out, or food offerings are constantly being topped up as well. And relatives and friends who come to visit the wake, they will be fed and watered. When they leave the wake, they'll be given a red string that you are supposed to drop on your way home, as well as some coins and flowers to shower yourself to get rid of the bad luck, because they believe it's really bad boo-boo or bad juju if you go on to a funeral. So these are little things that for you to take away when you leave the funeral, so you can rid yourself of the bad luck and cleanse yourself, and then you have the good luck after that. So they also believe, the Peranakan people believe, that when a young person dies, the soul roams around in the underworld. And if they're really young, they actually will feel quite lonely. So there are documented instances where some parents who have deceased younger children or teenagers, they actually appear in dreams to their parents or to their relatives, telling them about their afterlife, or how they are in the underworld, and actually requesting their parents to find a partner for them. So digging deeper into the rituals of ghost marriages, it actually came to my attention that such a temple actually does exist in Singapore. So it's called the Seng Wang or Seng Wong Bio temple, tucked away at Tanjong Pagar in the CBD area in Singapore. And this temple, established in 1905, is a squat little building with no frills type of metal gate, and nothing of the ornate fixtures that you'll find in the other temples in the vicinity in this area. So ghost marriages is one of the traditions that no one actually quite speaks of. It's quite a taboo. It's almost unheard of as well, due to its borderline occult, and it's also some people think that it's overly superstitious when you talk about it. So I think ghost marriages didn't quite stand the test of time. In a case of a ghost marriage held in a temple, a spirit medium as well as a matchmaker medium is involved, and there'll be painted effigies, paper effigies of the bride and groom. There'll be exchanging rings, and when they ask, is the bride or the groom ready to take each other as the partner, they throw what they call a moonstones. It's actually two stones that look like how my hands are shaped. So if you throw them and one turns, if they turn two facing each other, that forms a circle, like how I put my hands are, the answer is no. But if one is this way and one turns the other way in the opposite direction, which means yes. So after the groom has the ring on, the mother of the bride will ask the daughter whether we take this person or this paper effigy as your husband, and then she'll throw the stones, and if it's both in opposite directions, daughter says yes, the mother will slip the ring on the paper effigy, which means the this pair of paper effigies are then wed in death as well. So on the flip side, actually, onto something quite interesting, or what's actually intriguing, is the underworld. So enter Niu Tou Ma Mian. So what are they? What's Niu Tou Ma Mian? They're actually strong men. You know, they have bodies of strong men. Niu Tou, it's the ox head, and he's fully dressed in black. And Ma Mian, he's got horse face. He's fully dressed in white. So both of them will be holding swords and actually metal chains to bind the souls to the afterlife. So it's actually quite scary when you think about it. And they actually escort the newly dead to the underworld to present them to Yan Lo Wang, which is the hell, the king of hell, and they'll be tried in front of 10 courts of hell. So these two are the guardians guarding this 10 courts of hell. So there's actually such a theme park displaying the 10 courts of hell for all to see. It's the Haw Par Villa in Singapore. So this Haw Par Villa was built in 1937 by the Haw Par or Tiger Balm brothers. So I remember visiting this park in the 80s as a child, and I was scared shitless, to tell you the truth. And I actually had vivid nightmares when I came home. I secretly thought that my parents brought me there to scare me into being a very obedient child. So at this Oriental Disneyland, I saw what would happen to sinners. The 10 courts of hell sentenced these sinners to be tortured according to their sins. So they go through different layers. There could be like lies getting their tongue ripped out. I think adulterers and stuff getting drowned or in blood and frozen in ice. There's also people being pounded in these huge mallets that you almost feel like you're making a tonkatsu when you just pound the pork flat, or you tumbuk the pork flat so that you can actually coat it with panko and eggs and make your tonkatsu. There's also people thrown on this hill with sharp knives and dragged through, or getting your intestines pulled out. And if you survive any one of these courts, and at the 10th court at the end you go through judgment, and then there's this old lady that will give you a glass of special magic tea, which you drink it, you'll forget everything that's happened, and you cross over to the other side. So at that point, they'll decide whether you'll be reincarnated as an animal or as a human. You suffer, or you have a good life, your second life ahead as well. So man, it sure is a wake-up call for us children to lead a proper life as an adult. So that, when we die, we don't end up in this place, because I really don't want to be in this place at all. So next time, if you want to tell a lie, or, pinch a fiver from your mom's purse, these 10 courts of hell would like flash in front of your eyes and make you think twice, and you're like, oh, no, I can't do this, because I might end up getting my, tongue twisted and ripped out, or getting my intestines pulled out. So, you know what? We better not do something like that, so you don't end up in 10 courts of hell. But, anyway, so thanks so much, for listening to me go on and on about these things. But if you are actually interested in more about the afterlife, or any Chinese superstitions, myths or legends, or more about the king of hell, like Yan Lo Wang, or even the Niu Tou Ma Mian, please drop me a line, comment, and I'm more than happy to elaborate further. So thanks for watching, and no lying or stealing. So I'll see you next one. Bye.